the opportunity. I'm Victoria Barrett. I am a
Speak into this mic.
This one, sorry.
Right. Is the green light on?
There we go. Okay, thank you. My name is Victoria Barrett. I am a professor at Ball State and also a small business owner here in Indiana. But most importantly today, I'm a mom. This is my son, Finn. He wanted to be with us today, but I told him it was too cold and he had to stay home. Finn was born on December 14th after 17 hours of labor and a C-section. He is the light of my family's lives. And if this bill had been law in 2013, he would not be here. Before Finn, there was a sister. We filled her up with our hopes and dreams. We planned a life with her. This is the blanket I was making for her. But we learned in the 14th week of my pregnancy that the life we'd planned was not to be. Our daughter was afflicted with trisomy 13, which you heard about earlier. Proponents of this bill, like the testimony you heard earlier, will tell you that a child like our daughter can survive. But they're talking about children with partial anomalies, incredibly rare conditions termed translocational or mosaic. Bella Santorum is an example of one of those. The vast majority of chromosomal anomalies, like trisomy 13, affect all the DNA in a baby's body, like it did my daughter. They'll also tell you that these tests we've been obliquely discussing for such anomalies are unreliable. They'll tell you about false positives, that the tests are imperfect, and that families like mine make decisions about terminating pregnancies based on probabilities or likelihoods. So instead of telling you what might have happened to my daughter, I'll tell you what I know for sure. Trisomy 13 caused my daughter's brain to be surrounded by an enormous quantity of fluid. It caused her abdomen to remain undeveloped and open, her organs poking out. It caused her heart to be malformed, missing a valve. Her clubbed feet and her cleft lip and palate wouldn't have killed her, but her brain, belly, and heart would. We had the advisory blood test, the one with the minuscule probability of error. And then at our doctor's not only recommendation, but insistence, we had additional testing. We had an amniocentesis, which the blood test and our medical providers recommended. We had a detailed ultrasound, That amniocentesis mapped her DNA with no margin of error. That was significant. We watched on that ultrasound as a technician took image after image of our daughter's perfect spine, her beautiful hands. As a veteran doctor who had performed over 10,000 amniocenteses, inserted the needle in to my belly to take the amniotic fluid as she moved on the screen inside me. We watched as the doctor explained what else we were seeing: the injured brain, the damaged belly, the malformed heart. In a short time, that fluid would have put an inconceivable amount of pressure on her brain. Her organs would have continued to develop outside her abdomen, if at all. Her heart would have failed to provide enough blood to support her body, and then she would have died from that brain, belly, or heart, or from all three. On December 20th, 2013, I underwent a safe, short procedure that accomplished the only loving thing I could have done: ended her life before her own development destroyed her in horrific ways. 3 months later, I was pregnant with Finn. My daughter was loved. She was wanted. I wish with all my heart that this legislative body could pass a law that could have saved her, that would save babies like her. But growing bodies are not subject to the laws of the state of Indiana, but to the laws of biology. My daughter was dying from the second she was conceived. She was hurtling rapidly toward a degree of pain that we cannot imagine. If state law had forced me to carry my dying daughter until she fell apart in my womb, to deliver that destroyed body as I delivered my Finn, I would never have risked another pregnancy. It would have ruined me, and it would have ruined my family. Please vote no on this bill. It will ruin other families. And I need to close with an apology. Due to the depth of my loss and grief, I don't think I'll be able to take questions.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Victoria. Thanks for coming. David Schuyler.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. My name is David Sklar, representing the